Why, what?
Oh,
What?
no, we're not.
Hello. Welcome. My guess. No.
You're not introducing us?
Wow, straight in.
Wow,
Before we did
fucking
the,
hell.
Fucking around.
Wow.
before we did the guess the game thing, then we did the proper intros.
It's still nice to say hi to everybody, but
Fine.
fuck.
Hello, everyone.
There we
He's-
go.
Hi,
Mr.
Mr.
Freeze
Ian.
Doesn't cost anything to be nice.
Still saying.
Still so sorry. I just want to get my guess out of the way because I know what it is. But
Go on. I've got a guess, but I'll see what you say first.
I'm
Oh, you
pretty
already know
sure
what it
this
is.
looks very much like Viva Pinata. I'm pretty sure I played it before. But
Oh,
That could be.
I'll think of a
Any
different
particular
game.
one?
just to the OG one for now. I'm pretty sure it might be Trouble in Paradise. So
Right franchise.
yeah,
Right
Trouble in
franchise.
Paradise.
Yeah. Was that the DS one or was that the sequel? I guess it's
Too easy.
Too easy.
Very nice. Very
It's a
nice.
360 one.
It's good
I
that
would-
everyone has balls recently.
I would not
I
have
played it
bought it.
when they went to Rare Replay. So
Yeah.
this is
That wasn't my guess, but I would have got Viva Pinata, I think, eventually, but not. that
I
first
would
Viva
never
Pinata.
have got it.
No,
recognise
I was
it,
thinking
yeah.
of a different game.
What was picture 2, sorry?
It was the little train bit.
Oh, yeah. Maybe not on that one. I probably would have got it on the next one, I think, but. Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
far too
I'm
beautiful,
not feeling
far
I
too
would have
good.
got it.
My
What
mum
can I
used to-
say?
she loved the first one. She was obsessed with playing that back in the day. And a few games she ever actually sat and played it, of her own accord.
If you like
Just plainly now or not?
Damn right, a bit of a palette swap ninja. Get the El Viva Pinata song out. It's great.
Palette
Ian,
Swap
I'm-
Ninja.
Yeah, it's the band that does like parody songs based around video games. Ian, I'm channeling you this evening. I've got the Baileys.
So proud of you.
And the Dr. Pepper.
No Dr. Pepper though. I've got a black coffee and some beverages as well.
I've just
I'm
got
doing
some
something.
good old.
Dom Pepper.
Baroque, what's that? I'm assuming it's rum.
Yes.
Yeah. Very nice.
I'm on the cherry coke today.
Carl
Yeah.
Pepper.
Candied fruit, citrus, and vanilla.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Spiffing.
Let's do this shit.
Indeed.
Let's
Let's
do
do
this.
this. That was a nice and quick and easy guess again.
It was too easy.
Smashed.
Here we go.
There.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Xbox Tavern, X-Pod Tavern, episode 176. I am your one and only host for this lovely and glorious week, and I'm going to leave the oldest person last, so I'll go for MP3 Graham first, please.
Ooh, I get to come in first. Cool.
You do. Well, you always come first, don't you? How
Fair
are you
enough.
this? How are you this full wonderful Sunday?
I am doing very well. A little bit tuckered out, but I'm marshalling on through.
That's the way I like to see it. I've also got a good old Scottish guy for us.
Hello.
Hello, beautiful Patriots jersey.
Yeah.
That's
Although I
many,
am-
many years until we be playing this Sunday.
Although I am supporting another team that plays in blue, white, and red tonight.
They fucking better be the Bills. I'm not watching the Chiefs versus Eagles Super Bowl.
No. Go Commanders, go Bills.
That's it. That's the right choice. I think that's everyone's been much choice.
Has to be.
And last but not least, the latest person on the planet who doesn't want to host and making me host, old man James.
I mean, that's quite the long nickname there, but it might stick. You never know.
It's very accurate, to be fair. I mean,
we'll keep it going.
We'll keep
I'm
it
busy
going. We'll
man.
try,
I've got
I
lots
mean.
to do.
Exactly.
to
You're a
do.
busy man, and I'm not busy, you know. But
busy
we'll see what
man
happens.
has played the most games this week.
Yeah, I know.
Damn right.
I'm so busy. I tidied my room and put my lovely aubergine jump over there.
Woohoo!
Anyway, let's go to games we've been playing because we always like to talk about games. And for first time ever, we'll make Jamie go first. Jamie,
I wasn't
you should
prepared for
actually
this.
you got to talk first for once.
Whoa. What's
Give
this
me
all
what
about?
game that
We're
you've
playing,
been playing.
yeah.
And we'll go with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 because I'm very curious about this.
Good. Okay, we'll go with Kingdom Come because I've not played too much. That's why I was almost not out this evening because I need to catch up on it. But I think I can talk about my opening impressions, so I shall. It's obviously. See, did anyone play the first one?
No.
Kingdom Come? No. Likewise, completely passed me by. Although I got a very good review on XboxTavern.com. I think Anthony gave it a 10 out of 10. And so far, I'm sort of getting what he loved about the first one in the second one, but I haven't quite got to the point where it's really hooked me in yet. So it's a really slow opening. You're doing a lot of scene setting, a lot of tutorials, and there's a hell of a lot to get through. Like there's like every time you try and do an action, you get like a big splash screen with 3 or 4 pages of hints and tips, which you can go back to and read at any time. But it's all a bit sort of information heavy to start with. But once you get into exploring, you can have a chat with people. Good stuff. Although not everyone fucking livid. I was walking up to people. I was like, I'm gonna press the A button, see what they got to say. Nothing. Outrageous. Yeah. So far, I've done, like I said, the scene setting, set up the story, set up the gist of what is happening to good old Henry here, and I've done a bit of combat. I'm terrible at it, and also I don't think it's very good. So it's sort of like it goes hand in hand. I think I said the other week when we spoke, it's like a directional combat system on the body. So as you're fighting someone, you're locked into the person, and you can either choose to hit left, right, up, or down, and they can then obviously defend and parry. But it's because I'm really weak at the minute and got a crappy sword. It's really hard to even get a hit on anyone, let alone actually win a fight. And I think every fight I've had so far, I've lost. Luckily, they've all been ones that if you lose, the guy goes, "That's enough for now. You carry on, lad. I'll see you again another day." I was like, "Oh, fucking hell!" Just add insult to injury. Don't finish me off. Just to be like, "Yeah, you're not good enough. Fuck off." But the world's pretty decent. The setting's pretty decent, and so far the story's quite interesting. Like you're on a mission to deliver this letter. You get ambushed by bandits. They steal this letter, and then you get sort of cast aside as almost like a beggar because everything's taken from you, and you basically have to build yourself back up. The guy you're traveling with fucked off because he got annoyed with me, and now I'm literally before we started playing here, I was running across a whacking great fucking field trying to find a horse, so I can actually get anywhere because the world map is huge. I don't know how big exactly it is in terms of how long it takes to get from A to B, but I was running a good 10 minutes and I barely got anywhere. So I'm imagining it's going to be fairly hefty in terms of getting around. I just about got my horse, but like I said, we had to stop to come and do this. But initial impressions, very not good sort of aesthetic and visuals and music. The music's tremendous actually so far. Looks really great. It looks like that first feeling I've done if you guys played Skyrim when it first came out, when you sort of step out into the plains and you're like, this world's massive and I can go anywhere. This is like this gen's version. I think you step out and it's just a huge map you can see in front of you, and it looks great. Like the visuals obviously far better than Skyrim was back in the day, but yeah, it's almost like photoreal at times. Like I said, the music's great, story's interesting, just not convinced about the combat and some of the in-depth mechanics, which I haven't quite had a chance to get my head around yet, but we will. I think it's out in 2 weeks, so I've got a bit more time to get into it. But so yeah, I'm about 4 hours in so far, so not tremendously far, but we'll get further hopefully before the end of next week.
How populated is the land? Like, usually when you say that wide open spaces, it has a downside of usually just being completely vacant.
So far, again, I've only explored this area that I've just sort of come into. There's stuff to find, but it does seem quite sparse because very quickly they're like, you need a horse because you're going to be traveling a lot. And as I was traveling to get the horse, I stumbled across maybe 2 or 3 there was a camp and a guy's like little farm, and then there was a little sort of shack type thing just in the middle of nowhere. But I didn't go too far off the beaten path, but I imagine there's lots of little side quests and there's hunting and fishing. Ian. And all sorts of stuff like that. Like there's loads of side quests I've already sort of stumbled upon, which they don't give you a quest marker for, but they're like, oh, if you go and look behind the pub, you might find some unmarked graves, and then perhaps there's a mystery to be solved there. But again, I haven't explored all that sort of stuff yet, so I don't know how in depth that all gets. But yeah, so far the brief bit of land I've ran across was very pretty, but yeah, there's nothing too much to find. Not like something like Zelda where there's something around every fucking corner. But I'm sure that will improve over time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some more, but hasn't quite won me over as much as some of the other previews I've seen come up.
Oh, that's a shame. When did it come out?
I think it's the 11th of February.
Oh, okay. So, do you think you
Yeah.
actually keep playing or go back to it, or do you think it's?
I'll definitely keep playing it up ready for review. And then depending on how far I get and how it's going on, I would like to finish it. But I mean, there's a lot of other games coming out in February.
Yeah, right.
So
Too
as
many
well
games to
as
play.
as well as on the Tuesday, there's the Eternal Strands game coming out to Game Pass, and I really, really, really want to play that game. So so we'll see. We'll see how we get on.
Happy days. Cool. I guess look out for that game that comes out February 11th, and hopefully it's a good one. Well,
And hopefully
it doesn't
reviews
sound like it's a good one.
week
but
after next. Hopefully,
hopefully.
fingers crossed.
Hopefully. Every faith in you, Jay.
I'm sure Jay will not complete it, but we'll see what happens.
Of course he will.
Ain't no
Thousand
Dragon's
G.
Dogma 2.
Exactly. If it was Dragon Dogma 2, I'd be there all day. But it's not quite won me over like that yet.
I think it's one of the ones
Anyway.
where medievally games don't really appeal to me. I think I'm more of a futuristic person because I feel like sometimes, especially with horses and boats, it's just a bit too slow for me.
Yeah. See, I
That's
much
what I
prefer this fantasy style, I should say. Medieval and knights and swords and horses.
EOD magic.
Stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think there's any magic. If there was magic, I'd probably be more in. But I think it's more grounded,
Yeah, a bit more
realistic game.
seriousness.
And like I said, the combat's far more slow paced than something like Skyrim, where you're throwing fireballs and summoning fucking dragons and all that. So
And Fusfada.
yeah, we'll see.
Cool.
There we go.
Thank you very much. I guess
Thank
we'll
you.
go to Graham next. Graham, you've got two here. You can pick which one you want to talk to.
Well, I'll pick the interesting one for now. Dynasty Warriors Origins. So that was already out by the time I kind of forgot that one, but I kind of got a code for that one, and I'm pretty glad about it. I mean, they always keep the same kind of style of the games. You know, that it's called like the 1000v1 structure, where you're just that one guy just carving into so many different people, and it's always astounding how you get to see so many people on the screen at once. You're only ever surrounded by about 50 at one time, but they just keep obviously respawning around in the area. But I like the way they've done it this time. They've taken all the things that's kind of good about these kind of these series like Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors and things. You like the big battles, but sometimes they focus so much on the history of the battle that they make them too long. This time they've kind of compacted them down a little bit. So it's sort of like the longest version of it takes about 10 minutes max. Depends if you sort of want to do everything on that map. So that's the biggest kind of quest that you do. But what they've done is they've added lots of different sort of mini side quests that can be done anywhere between sort of 2 minutes or like 5 minutes. So that way it sort of really sort of breaks it up and sort of chunks it up, and they've made it a bit more kind of RPG-ish based. So you unlock different weapons as you progress through the actual game, and then you can pick which different weapon you want to use, and you can start sort of learning more and more skills with those different type of weapons. And the first thing it finally allows you to do is you can change weapons on the fly. So even whilst you're mid-map, you can just quickly switch to a different weapon and start using the skills for that thing, which you couldn't do before, which is cool. You can use your horse everywhere now to sort of guide through the maps. The old ones were like super restricted, and as soon as you get to a hut or a house, it's like no, this is a no horse zone, and it blocked you from getting in there. So there's a lot more freedom with this one. There's a lot more sort of fast paced, and they've laid it out so you're walking around a massive map of China, so you can see all the different districts, and then you can just progress at your own pace. You can sort of do loads of little mini quests and level up and like get some coins and buy better weapons, or you can just go straight for the main missions and you can just build bonds with the characters, because it's based in itself off there's like a book or like the Tale of the Three Blossoms or something, but it's based on a book where there's 3 different factions all in play at the same time. And then you're playing out that faction. You kind of have to lean yourself to one of those 3 factions, and eventually you have to make a choice of which one you want to go to. And then that's it. You can play the game again and go through one of the different factions, but at some point in the story, you have to commit yourself to one of the three factions. And so, so that they've done it sort of in a more interesting way. And the weird thing that has come into it is that you're a new character that's completely not involved in the story at all, but everyone's gives some weird attraction to it. I think I've kind of have a bit of a corrupted mind, but everyone's talking in a real affectionate, like overly affectionate manner. It gets a bit like, please, will you stay with me a while? I'd like to have a chat with you. Please come back to my room so we can talk about this more. And I was like, yeah, you go, oh, okay. But everyone is like that. And they all feel
Kids, go to bed. Daddy's playing his games now.
Jay must be happy he can talk to everyone.
Everyone just sounds like they're coming on to you. And your guy is like this Final Fantasy looking guy he's like very sort of brooding and quiet, but everyone seems to be cracking on with. I feel like I can tell you anything. Sort of, it's good to have you by my side. I'd like to talk tactics with you. Will you stay with me for as long as you're by my side? I feel like we can conquer anything. It's like, it's getting creepy every time. It's just everyone has just like that kind of line.
Sexual appeal to you.
Yes, so straight away, there's like a lady straight away said, just nice to meet you. Sort of, we're going to fight together. And then suddenly, you're not going to leave me, are you? I think since meeting you, I don't think I could ever sort of carry on without you. But so, it's just straight away. It's not, everyone just seems to be. I mean, you're supposed to be a guardian of peace, but it looks like, but it just always fades out to black. Like you don't know what's going on. It's like he's either having a go with every single.
For your imagination.
Yeah, just fill your boots. But it's the fact that your guy just has this sort of that, like you can't see the mouth is like a poker face, and the eyes are just suddenly like, okay, this is happening. To everyone, he just doesn't say any words. Everyone just like
the movie first. Come on.
I think that's it. Everyone's just so self-absorbed and just talks about themselves, and he's just listening, and then they start cracking on to him. And he's like, "Okay, can't get a word in edgeways." It's like every time you respond, it's literally like 3 words or like a couple of words, like "of course" or "yes, I'd like that." And then they just go on to another monologue about how much they would like to spend more time. I'm really glad that we could have this conversation. I can't open myself up with anyone else except for you. It's like the guy only says like 10 words. So,
you sure you're playing the right version? You didn't download like a dodgy version of Pirate
Bay. It's Jay's perfect version of the game.
Yeah, so that's amusing. I don't think it's intended to be that amusing or why everyone's so overly affectionate. But I'm hoping there's a part in the story where it makes sense. Like he's not actually there. It's just them, just a presence as such, like a higher spirit that's kind of willing them on. And that's why it's sort of, but that hasn't happened yet. I'm hoping it does at some point, so it's not so overly creepy. But other than that, the sort of the combat is, the graphically it looks as great as it always does, but super enhanced, and the combat super fluid. They've got wicked counter attacks and skills. There's just so many different skills with so many different weapons that you can just cause chaos with a variety of different ones. But yeah, enjoying it. So I've always loved these kind of games because it's just a fun sort of chilled game that you can just sort of tear through.
It does seem like one of those ones where I think I might enjoy because it's just like pure hack and slash carnage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Around.
And
when did that come out? Did that come out recently, you said?
Yeah. It's a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll check it out. Hopefully it comes to Game Pass and then we can all fill our boots.
Yeah, these series rarely, there isn't a lot of them that tend to come to Game Pass, and they're almost like Nintendo value. They never ever sort of put any decent kind of sale prices on them. They're always expensive. But they're super fun.
No, definitely. I need to get them because I always see it and I never actually really invest time to it, but it's one of those ones where I think I would enjoy because I kind of do enjoy my hack and slash games and really fully got into it.
Yeah, if you feel like sort of slashing down 2,000 people in about 10 minutes, it's absolutely possible.
Speaking of hack and slash, I'll go next because one game I have played a little bit, which I didn't write in the notes, which I'll write now, is Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Black 2, 2 Black. I'm 2 Black. Is it 2 Black or Black 2?
2 Black.
Black 2.
I'm not touching that.
2 Black.
2 Black, yeah. Just like me, 2 Black. So speaking of hack and slash, yes, I've gone and dived back into when it got announced at Developer Tech, which we'll talk more about a bit later. I thought I'd give this a go. hefty old down. I'd tell you that now with 86 gig. Didn't expect that, but
It's a biggie.
yes, yeah, biggie. But once I got into it, it actually is quite fun. I do feel that they've made it a little bit easier than what I imagined, but then also I am playing the easiest difficulty and so it does they kind of like guide you through it. So if you did want to play purely for the story, there is a bit where it's sort of technically God mode. So basically you still have your health bar, but then you get to a point at the end of health bar where you're about to die. It just doesn't kill you for like a certain amount of time. That's enough time to kill all the enemies, and then you kind of get your health back as you usually did. So I did try the first chapter without that, and it took a long time because again, it's all about parrying, blocking, and then obviously going for the attacks and stuff. But you can't keep just slashing away and pressing X and Y to kind of do heavy attacks and short attacks. You've kind of got to be a bit more tactical with what you're doing. But I still think it's good fun. I've done the first chapter so far, which kind of teaches you how to play the game really, and kind of shows you all the different commands and different techniques you can use. But yeah, so far still good fun. The first boss was a bit of a bitch, but managed to do it once I made easy mode because I haven't got time to keep dying and over and over.
Man down.
Mowing down over and over. Over and yeah, haven't got time to keep dying over and over again. So it's kind of nice they do have this option in the game mode where you can kind of just play for the story. I wouldn't encourage it. I would encourage obviously playing the normal way, which is obviously the normal mode where you do die. But it's one of the ones where it's remastered from the first one. I only really played the first one back in the original Xbox days and never really played any other ones. I've heard 2 is probably the better one, and 3 was a bit of a letdown.
So do you need to have played the first one to play this one?
For me, I couldn't really tell you. I've just started the story and it looks like a lady with big tits gets captured. And
as they want to be, yeah.
I'm starting to see a theme on this week's show.
There's no nudity, or I suppose there is a little bit of scantily clad.
She's very scantily clad. This one's got a massive one popping out. And you save at the end of the first chapter, and then something happens. Second chapter, and I have no idea because I'm going to continue after that. Kind of stop playing, went on a different game, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, so I mean, it's good fun, good hack and slash game. I will continue playing it. I did enjoy the first one. This one does seem a bit more fun as well. Has anyone else played the original ones? Have you, Jay? You said I
had the collection of them, the remaster collection. They did that. I mean, the same thing. They included that story mode kind of difficulty bit where you do stay alive a little bit when they sort of whoop your ass a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was needed because it was hard as balls if you play it even on the normal difficulty. So even I had to go on that lower difficulty just because it is hard.
Yeah, I think especially at my age these days, getting old, feeling old, it's like I don't want to keep dying over and over again. So fuck, I just nerfed it down a bit, and it still gets to see good fun. You still get to play the game, still got the techniques, nothing different. It's just maybe you don't get all the achievements. But I'm retired now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what he says. That's what he fucking says.
I told you, I haven't even got 2 million yet. I'm completely retired. I think I probably Boss probably got more achievements than me this month than I. Then
we'll see about that.
I've not had an Xbox the whole month, to be fair.
Okay, well, see, still got more achievements than me probably now. Maybe Jay has. You know.
Yeah, I might have done. Well, I did 1000-year game recently, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, well, I would like to play a bit of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black 2. 2 Black, sorry. But yeah, I haven't had time yet.
No.
I think I will.
Well, like I say, you probably need like an hour or 2 to download it because it's a hefty old download.
Yeah, it's all installed, ready to go. It's just I've got too many games to play. Got too many games to play.
I know, tell me about it. War in that theory. Other than Ross, who keeps playing the same game over and over. Speaking of Ross, let's hear about your network save while we all fall asleep.
Set the timer.
Set the timer.
No, I've got my Nintendo Minute coming up. Although technically not Nintendo. Why are you talking to your Pikmin, G? That's just fucked up.
He was just asking if we go down a pub for half hour while you chat about it.
I've lost my mascot. The wee one came in and seen it and she was like, mine? Point. So I've lost my squirrel. Not very happy about it. But anyway, network save.
I'm ready.
Where have we left you last time? I think we've not had a big chat for a while. That's about a season and a half we've got to cover.
You were bottling the season last time we heard about it.
Right. Well, that was a long time ago. We don't acknowledge that. We acknowledge the most previous season, which was Somewhat successful, somewhat disastrous. Bristol City won a treble? Double. They won a double. They won a treble. They won a double. They got the Champions League and the FA Cup. No, that's a lie. They got the Champions League and the Carabao Cup. Liverpool won the FA Cup. And the new champions of the Premier League, Brighton and Hove Albion.
Oh, you got something.
Yeah, you finally did it. How many times? How long was the last one?
It was 5 in a row. So
At least you stopped him finally.
So I stopped them there.
How's your thinking? Do you remember you saying about doing different plays, like a draft?
Well, we have. We've done 2 drafts now. So we done one where it was, I can't remember how many teams, but we're now up to 50 teams, 100 players per draft. So anywhere from, I think the highest rated player was 199, lowest rated player was 76. And then just random wheel generator and names, see what teams they get paired up with, and then that number corresponds to a rating and so on and so forth. So what we did expect to happen is now happening. So being a Celtic fan and my mate Graham being a Rangers fan, we've put them both in the draft. They've got players, but Celtic in the first 2 drafts got like a 195, a 193, a 191 and a 190 was their 4 draft picks, and all 4 of them have been signed by a Premier League club.
Oh, really? God.
So
yeah, they don't mess around then.
Straight in the fucking Premier League. They've only been like, they're still 16. So they've been snatched up, but obviously we can't sign them. So the league is now going to start generating these like world beaters, getting pulled in for the draft left, right, and centre. So we've had a new record in the transfer window. So in the most recent transfer window, one club spent 1.23 billion in one transfer window. If anybody can guess what team it is, I'll be fucking astounded.
Is it a Prem team?
About the Tractor Boys, I'm disappointed.
They're relegated, so they are in the Prem in the save, but they're not currently in the Prem.
Coventry?
Nope. Who was you, Ian?
Sunderland?
No, it was Leeds.
Leeds? Oh, I was on my second guess. I was going for the top.
Leeds have just fucking blown it away. Watford have followed in just behind, and they've broke the billion mark as well. So Leeds and Watford have found the infinite money glitch because they haven't had a takeover. They've brought in like 200 million in transfer fees. They don't have any European competition. So where the fuck they're spending over $1 billion and still managing FFP, fuck knows. But it makes it interesting. So we are into next season, very early in the season. I think we're only in November, if that. We've just drawn each other in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. Bristol City are top of the league by 2 points. Goal difference very similar, and both teams hammering everybody in Europe so far. So it was nice to get a league title under the belt. Now I just need to try and prize the Champions League at his hands because I think he's won 4 of the last 5 or 5 of the last 6.
God, that's a lot.
Yeah,
he's got the league now. That's the main one. No one cares
so I said that to him. I actually played. We drew each other in the quarterfinals of the Champions League last year, and I played the kids because I was like, I am fully focused on the league. It's the only trophy I'm worried about this season. So he doesn't believe me when I say that, but that was the case.
Why do you go to Celtic and Rangers instead?
Because it means then transferring them into the Prem, and it's mere hassle to get it set up to begin with.
Oh, that's fair. So where's the status now in this new season? Because obviously you said you started a new season now.
Both teams sitting 1 and 2, a couple of points separating them, and both teams going strong in the Champions League and have drew each other in the Carabao Cup.
Ooh. Well, have to let us know how their Carabao Cups go next week.
It's
next week, doesn't matter.
It's a dirty competition, so we don't care about it too much.
Happy days. Well, that's each of us had a lovely game to talk about. In the meantime, because I'm hosting, I'm going to steal the pluggles and give you a top 5 to think about whilst I do the pluggles.
Oh, I snuggled my pen out. I didn't think you would be doing a top 5 if you were hosting.
Of course.
I can't reach. Problem solved.
Because this is in memory of Pete and to make everyone really angry.
Oh, see if it's like fucking how many Halo questions were there per round.
If If you haven't watched the quiz from last week, it was tremendous
Don't.
fun. But there was a lot of
Shenanigans.
based.
I was with you, Ross. I didn't know that much about Halo, and I still won.
According to Metacritic,
Oh,
what are the top 5 Halo games in order?
I hate you, Ian.
Does that include
you-
compilations, though?
No compilations. It's just pure standalone games. To give you reference, obviously the 1 to 5, Reach, and Infinite, and ODST.
So
Yeah,
no wars.
No.
So no
What's that?
spin-off ones either, no.
No spin-offs.
the
Well,
Wars,
ODST, that's not a
No,
spin-off.
but I mean like the Halo Wars and.
Oh, no spin-off. Just
and
mainline
Spartan
games,
Assaults,
please.
Okay.
Mainline games.
top-
And then, whilst you'll
5.
think about that, I will
Okay.
plug us silly. So we're now YouTube partners, so please become a member and join us on the channel. Exclusive content available. It will cost you less than paying £1 a month now. We're saying it out. So you get some super chats and ask us any questions, and we'll respond to them directly. Please come to us on Apple and Spotify podcasts, or where you get your podcast available. Please give us 5 stars if you can. We have a CD affiliate link as well, which does cost you extra, but gives us a few pennies. Chuck us in. Link on the site. Someone put the QR code in a bit, but there's
I'll
also a
have a
QR code on the
code
website. I'm sure we can pop one up in a minute. All written reviews can be found at our glorious website of xboxtavern.com. You can find us all talking there about some mighty fine games we recently played, and we pop a good few every week. So please have a look at that for any reviews and anything you do like. Socials should be along the bottom, but they're not currently. They are now. So you can find us on X, Blue Sky, Facebook, and all the YouTube along the bottom there. Xbox Tavern. Discord is also Xbox Tavern. Please come join us. We do talk a lot about Guess the Game, various games we've been playing, and a little here and chat there. Hopefully, we'll get another code for Insert Coin as well. We haven't got a new code yet, but we're soon to be hopefully getting a code for that soon. I assume Jamie or Ross will be sorting that very, very soon for us.
Might have just emailed him while you were talking.
Nice. There we go. So soon we'll have an Insert Coin.
On the
Which
ball.
usually either be 10% off or be spend 50 and get £5 off. So fingers crossed we'll have that for you next week, and you'll be able to have a lovely time on Insert Coin. I am not wearing anything Insert Coin currently. Jamie might be. No one is, but
Yep.
Oh,
No.
hat.
I got
maybe
the
next.
beanie.
Oh, hat. Insert Coin hat. There
I
we
think
go.
I've got a t-shirt on as well, but I'm not taking the jumper off.
Yeah, never mind. Underneath as well. But yeah, there we go. And that is your plugs for the week. Sorry, Ross, for taking that, but
That's
may
okay.
I have your 5 in order?
Bored as
You like
plug.
mine first?
Yes.
I've got Halo 2, Halo 3.
My
Reach.
pen doesn't work.
Oh, he's not even ready himself. He's
Not ready
pressure on
myself.
us.
Oh,
Pressure on us. No, he's not even ready.
I'll-
He did it
I'll
on
use my
Ross's
computer instead.
ultra shenanigans.
Shocking.
Shenanigans. Can't have a pen to work.
Shocking.
I'll use my computer notepad instead. Boss, what are yours?
Hold up, before
2.
we start, I'm just putting out this comment from Twitch from Polar Knights. I love the men's cams as every stage of beer growth.
It's spot on.
I like it.
I like that.
do like it.
It is beautiful. What can I say?
I'm getting there. I'm working on it.
I do need a shave.
This
Okay,
is
so-
Likewise.
I'm afraid.
Mine's rather
That's the
ginger. I
most,
don't know how
that's the
much
most
more I
Jamie
can
can
work.
do.
It literally is.
What's numbers, please?
I've got Halo 2, Halo 3, Reach, and Halo 4.
3. Sorry. After 3 was
Reach,
Reach, and then 4.
4.
Jamie?
Got my reach. I've gone Halo 3.
Yep.
Halo, the original. Halo 2.
Yep.
Infinite and ODST, because I don't think it's in there, but I have to put it in there anyway.
Just subset Graham.
Yeah.
Graham?
Well, I thought it was in that. I put Halo 2, Halo 3, ODST, Infinite.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And
That smile tells me
We
that
will-
Ross has done it yet again.
No.
Shitbag that he is.
Not on Halo.
so,
I can't have got my first win for this on Halo.
in order, we'll give you a point so if you're in the right position. So, if you get
Okay.
the right position in,
Okay,
so
I'm
that will
ready.
go. So, in the first game, the best game is Halo Combat Evolved. The first one.
Nice one.
The second is now it's 97% according to Metacritic. Next one is Halo 2, 95% on Metacritic.
Graham's done it
Next is
again.
Halo 3,
Fucking hell.
94%. After that is Halo Reach with 91%.
Oh, I didn't get that.
And then I'll have given you for the last one is Infinite and 4 both got 87. So I'll have given you Infinite. If you
I didn't get any there.
4
So
out of
Graham
5.
got 4 out of 5.
I should have guessed Halo was the top one, but I really think. What did you say?
I said
the last
2
one,
to 1.
last one was 4 and Infinite were the same score.
Infinite
Yeah.
4 got the same score of 87%.
Oh, fuck
yeah.
off. 4 is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird, yeah. But Infinite and Infinite gets better. It's a bit high, but yeah, 87 for both of them.
Okay. I literally just
ADSD only got 83%. Apparently,
Did
two
not
people
notice
who-
that.
The 2 people who are not as big Halo fans got fucking 3 and 4 respectively.
I thought I would have noticed the fact I went Halo 2, Halo 3, and then I just wrote ODST.
Yeah,
Infinite. I thought
Fair,
that was
that's
like the
the best way
laziest
to
thing
do
I
it.
could
That
do.
is the right answer. Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
There we go.
See,
Well done, Graham.
Yeah.
It's
Graham's
not
Keep
secret
the
Halo
wins
plays
keep
every
going
day.
from last week.
And I got
So
my
yeah,
first 5 thingy. I'm finally on the board. I'm
Right
almost
now, top
disappointed.
5.
Well done. If we just do Halo questions from now on, Graham's going to fucking smash
Graham's now actual, really a Halo fanboy. Just
it.
doesn't want
He
to
is
tell
the
us.
plays every day.
Plays every
Well, to be fair, I don't actually think I got most of the Halo ones right on the quiz. I just rinsed the last round.
Yeah.
True. You can go watch it right now on youtube.com/ProtonOfficial. Good fun.
Perfect.
Well done. She gets put.
Okay, we'll go on. Great, Jamie, tell us about a game you've been playing.
I'm going to talk
Do one
about.
more.
I think. Let's go with. In that case, let's go with Things Too Ugly, because that won me over this week. It's like a detective sort of puzzle game, and you're sitting at a desk, and the story is that you're like a data entry person basically, and you're given 5 files, and you have to go through them and sort of figure out what went wrong in each file. So they're about a certain incident that's happened, and in the information you're given, there's clues as to what happened and what went wrong and stuff. And on the computer screen, you've got 3 data inputs you have to find. So it's something like the name of the person involved, the method that they used to do their particular experiment, and the sort of the result of it. For example, they all change in each one. And it's just about reading the clues on the desk. You've got scraps of paper and handwritten notes and photos, and as you can see on the screen, if you're watching now, sort of coded messages. And there's a GPS unit you can put coordinates in to find out certain locations and stuff. And it's not the most challenging game, but it's very well done. Like the puzzles themselves are quite intricately designed, so it's not just you're reading, for example, someone's note and they go, the answer to this question is this. They'll lead you into it, and then there'll be bits that are redacted which would have had the answer in, which then will lead you to another scrap of paper or another note on the table that you can find the answer to. And sometimes they're hidden far more cleverly than others. So I think in the first one there's a picture of a submarine, and you have to find out the name of the submarine, and you can read through all the documents you like and it doesn't tell you, but it's actually on the submarine in the photo. But you have to sort of tilt it so that the light isn't glaring over it, so you can just about make it out on the top of the HUD. And then later on, there's sort of coordinates hidden within phone numbers and people's names hidden sort of in code, and it's all very clever. It took me about 90 minutes to get through it. They reckon it can take a couple of hours depending on how quickly you solve the puzzles and stuff. I did get stuck on one, which was the coordinates hidden in a phone number, and I probably wouldn't have figured that one out to save my fucking life. But the rest of it was relatively straightforward. It's always quite interesting. It's about, I won't ruin it too much because again it's quite short, but it's about a scientific organization performing certain experiments on this thing that they've discovered underground, and as you may imagine, it may or may not go quite as planned, and then things go from there. And yeah, it's just a nifty little mystery game, quite entertaining. I would recommend, if you do play it on Xbox, that you have some sort of keyboard with you, because in order to put the answers into the data on the screen, you have to actually type them. So you can use the on-screen keyboard, obviously, but it's much easier if you just got a little keyboard on your lap you can just type into. And then spelling is obviously important as well. So if you spell it wrong, then it'll come up saying it's the wrong answer. So you've got to make sure you spell the answer correctly as well. And yeah, it's an interesting little game. Like I said, not too long. You have to play it in one sitting. You can't save your game, and don't rely on quick resume because it doesn't work. So the first time I tried to play it, I did the first case, And then I was like, oh, do you know what? I'm too tired for this. I'll come back to this tomorrow. Come back to it. And then I realized that you can't save it and the quick resume didn't work. So I had to start again. Not the end of the world. But yeah, if you're going to sit down and play it, just make sure you're prepared to sit there and finish it in one go. And yeah, it's good. It doesn't really hold your hand too much to start with because they say, the first task is to sign into work. And they're like, sign in. And well, how the fuck do I do that? And then you just have to try and figure out from all the stuff that are dotted around on your desk. It's a clever little game. I've got 1000 G in it. Thank you very much. I had to go through it twice to finish it, to get the 4000 G. I'm not retired. Unlike some wimps on this podcast, I'm going to be fucking knocking out the Chiabos left.
You can carry the torch for me, by all means.
I mean, I only did it because when I finished it the first time, I had 2 achievements left, so I literally just went through it again and just got them last 2 off. But,
Fuck it, I'm going for it.
It was good little game. I highly recommend it. Like I said, I don't know how much it is. I think it's only a few quid on the store, so go and check it out right now. Play it.
No.
Have a tremendous time.
Double brag as well. It usually takes about 2 hours. I did it in 90 minutes, and I
One of the true achievements. He was the third person to ever complete it. 1000 G.
I definitely knew that as well.
Third in the world to complete a game. Oh, look at me.
Third in the world. Look at that. Look at me. Achievement Hunter 101.
He's got a certificate on his wall.
I'm going to print that out now.
Take a screenshot to print it. He's so happy.
I'm the third person.
Yes. So, good game. I highly enjoyed it. Highly recommend it.
Perfect. We'll go to Graham again then. So we'll go in order again. Graham,
Okay.
You're FIFA.
Yes. And
we'll do an early what's your best pool.
okay.
Wait, you promised me a good one this week. Come on.
It was last week, and it was Team of the Year section. So this is where all the super juiced cards come out, and I got something early-ish, not a Team of the Year, but a Team of the Year icon, and I got the Team of the Year icon, Ronald Koeman. He's a bit of a beast of a centre back and a central defensive mid. So he's pretty beastly, and he goes for about 500,000 coins. So he's pretty sought after. And Ross is bringing it up now. Yeah, there you go. It's about 400,000. So he's gone down a little bit, but that's the only one I've managed to get. But I've done a couple of squad-based challenges to get one, including Jay's favourite with the magic chin.
Oh. He's the white heart. He's not a white heart anymore, though, is he?
He's not a white heart anymore, no. But there's a Harry Kane SBC that's kind of affordable. So there's a Harry Kane. I'm not sure he's like honourable mention or something, but that one, yeah. So 94. So his stats are pretty beefy as well. And yeah,
still no Thunderstruck Kaka.
Kane's 94 or 95. Bloody hell.
What the fuck's the gold one?
Yeah, I don't know what the gold one is, but I've got the blue one. That one, yeah, that's the one. That's the score-based challenge one. So he's pretty good. He's pretty quick, and his shooting's pretty on point, and he's good in the air as well. So he's filling up front for me now at the moment. So So those are my 2 pools that I've got in there, and they're doing a decent job. But the thing that's more impressive is just before the Team of the Year thing, they've put in a patch and they finally fixed it. They finally done what everyone's been crying out for, and they pretty much brought the gameplay back to as it was on the previous one on sort of 24. And my God, is it so much better than what it was. So what they've done is they've increased pass speed and pass sort of accuracy. So before, sort of your passes just weren't reaching, that you get into the final third, and then it would just be such a rubbish pass that it just won't make it. And the defenders just constantly cut it out, or as you're trying to pass, it's just not going to the person that you're aiming at. And it was just doing my head in. It's just thinking that you're just playing terribly. As soon as this patch comes out, it's almost like this is what was missing. Fucking hell,
I'm good again.
I can play, yeah.
And it is literally that. It's like I can play again. I sort of gone into that. Oh, let me try this online, see how the compare to the others. I won 5 games in a row on the rivals.
It works.
Promoted to the thing. I did my first champions this weekend, so I did the 5 playoff ones, won all 5 of those. I was like, it's like all this time thinking that I just can't do it this year. It's like I can play it again. But yeah, this patch was desperately needed, and it's brought it back to a field that I feel like I can actually play it again now.
No,
but my God, was it so? Yeah, need crying out for it. But yeah, it's made us so much difference.
I wonder if
The
it's
game's
the
so much
same
more.
in what's it called? What's the one we played a bit?
Rush.
Rush, yeah.
They have done a couple of things to improve that. It's more to stop people being irritating as fucking just sort of killing the game basically and just rubber banding it so they don't have to play. So you can't just get away with that anymore. You have to actually play the game. If it says if you hold the same direction for a certain period of time, you get booted out of the game. They've tried to take extra measures to sort of just kick people out of the game if they're not playing it properly. But
Why would you do that?
Hmm?
Why would you do that? Just rubber band? Not
Objectives, because the thing is that you have to earn so many points. So they pick one of the players that gets you the maximum points, and they just don't bother playing the game because they just get the points for just playing it. So they just start the game up and just rubber band it to point in the direction, just run off the field, and that's it. And it leaves it to everyone else to sort of play the game. So it's just tedious. It's like just play it if you're going to play it. So I noticed most of them tend to be sort of non-Xbox players. So I've constantly had to turn off crossplay just because they're irritating as hell.
Oh yeah, I guess because especially with PC, you can just do scripts these days, can't you?
So yeah, well, I've seen quite a few glitches online as well. So I've just taken it off crossplay just because it was annoying me playing against those ones. Either the lag's horrible or they're just knobheads that don't play the game properly. But they finally patched the game so the Ultimate Team sort of online plays in a much more playable state. Makes so much difference.
Carry us to some wins then.
I finally feel comfortable going into the Champions thing and actually feel like I can do something. Just the sad that it's at the same time as Team of the Year, so everyone's got these fucking super teams that have to try and play against. There's only so many times I can come against Mbappe and try and stop the fucking super speediness of him. Because that's the other thing they fixed as well. People were whinging that the defenders were keeping up with the attackers, and they showed a little video of like how the defender keeps up with the attacker. How it used to be, how the defender always caught up with the attacker regardless of who it was. You see like Van Dijk just catching up with Mbappe, and now it's like, nope, that doesn't happen anymore.
What happens when you're the best defender in the world?
If your striker's ahead, then they stay ahead. So they got that speed, like Mbappe and Vinny Jr. and super fast players. They stay ahead. So no longer just defenders constantly just catch up regardless of how far ahead you are. So yeah, a decent patch. Just a shame it's so sort of late into it, but like 3 months later, and they finally made it sort of playable.
You would think like they would have it how it is the new, and the balance is the new, and the feedback they're getting the new. So they'd just be like, right, don't touch.
Well, not even don't touch, just sort of improve it what it was. They just took. I mean, it worked fine in the last one, and they just went backwards with it. It's like, I understand it's probably a bit more realistic the way it was, but it's not fun to play that way.
No, definitely not.
So yeah,
well, at least it was better. And at least now you say now you actually feel like it's actually working as intended, because that's the most frustrating part.
Yeah, definitely. Just it's so much fluid and so much faster. It's way more fun to play that way. Those passes just going limp, not reaching who you're supposed to pass to. It's the most annoying thing in the world.
Limp, just like Jay.
Oh yeah. Unless it's for the tractor boys, and then we all know how that goes.
Well, his Pikmin is not saying it's limp.
No.
The look in its eyes.
I was going to say those eyes have seen some things.
And the eyes have a bit trauma there.
He's like, don't remind me. Don't remind me.
The horror. The horror.
Keeps throwing it at it.
And now we move on to, because I'm not going to talk about Call of Duty Pops again for the 1700th week in a row. Let's go to our Nintendo X Minute.
Yeah. Have I get one or have I squeeze both in?
You can get both in, go on, because I'm going to talk about Tales of Kingdoms. So you go first.
So I picked up a Lenovo Legion Go. So I thought, well, let's fucking put it through its paces as a emulator. So looked up sort of the best Pokemon ones, and the two that I have stumbled across and I'm playing just now is Pokemon Scorched Silver. So it's in the Emerald sort of build, but this game, I think it's 25 years after the events of Emerald. So I think it's building towards that your dad's like the ultimate Pokemon champion, and that'll be who you eventually fight at the end. But few new mechanics. You've got like a quick catch feature, so you don't need to go like into the bag and select the Pokeball. You can always hit a button, toss it the Pokeball, away you go. It's, as it showed on screen, it's added like 795 Pokemon. So I think it's all the way up to Gen 8, if I'm right in saying. So there's that. I'm trying to think what else they've got. They've got like a day-night cycle, so the game actually changes depending on the time of day. Just quality of life features as well. So your Pokemon don't need to learn the HMs, but as long as they can learn them, they'll use them. So you're not having to waste a space or having a slave Pokemon with stupid whatever you things, and then that'll be it. So far, it's really good. I think I'm 3 gym badges in. The scalings went up, so you're usually 3-4 levels. The gym leaders tend to be above you, so it's more along the lines of the not like a Nuzlocke challenge, but it's a bit harder than just what everyday Pokemon games are. And the second one I've been playing is Pokemon Source. I think that's how you pronounce it, at least. And this is a complete game built from the ground up. So again, it's in the Emerald world, but it is a completely new story, completely independent of anything that's been before. And basically, your mum and dad were part of a scientific organization. They were doing research on something called eclipsing, which is Pokemon changing forms depending on where the solar or lunar eclipse is, and then given certain forms like your Mega Evolutions or Dynamax. But the mum wanted to use it for nefarious purposes, and the dad wasn't comfortable with it, so he takes you away from it. The company start up a big tournament, as they do in all the big major baddie films, and you enter into it. So you enter in the Eclipse tournament to become this sort of massive trainer in the world. But it's part of the mum's plan to get the brightest and best Pokemon battlers to sign up for their organization to get these Eclipse Pokemon out in the world. So you'll see coming up shortly, the Eclipse have like different forms, different move sets. They have different typings. So instead of saying just being like an out and out like Staraptor being just a fly, and it might be like a flying dark or whatever it may be, they add stuff into the Pokemon. And again, the difficulty on this one has been ramped way up. So you're again, there's no sort of EXP share, there's no grind mechanics. You have to sort of play this, and I'm going to get mistaken. I think the Swords might be double battles quite a lot of the time. So double battles are more prevalent throughout the actual main game. So you've got more strategy to worry about for that.
I think if you want to play 2 ones I recommend, which if you haven't played them yet, the first one is Radical Red.
So a lot of these ones are based on Radical Red's difficulty. Okay. Like everybody quotes in it saying aims to be like Radical Red, aims to achieve the same stuff as Radical Red, but just different.
Well, the one I recommend definitely playing is Unbound. Give that a go.
Unbound.
Check out Pokemon Unbound. That's a really good one. That gets lots of good reviews. So check them 2 out if you haven't played them.
Yes, I think I'll have a wee look at that one. And another one that I've got on my own is Emerald Imperium, which adds in everything we've just mentioned, but there's all the mechanics in it. So you've got Mega Evolutions, you can put in a randomizer mode, there's Gigantamax, there's all the different legendaries all the way up until Gen 9, I think. So it's had that, and then there's various different other things that you can add in to change the scaling of the game, like taking it up to Radical Red, or there is an easy mode if you just want to play the standard Pokemon experience.
Happy days. And you're playing that on PC, yeah?
No, I'm playing it on this big boy.
Oh, and explain what this is for the listeners.
This is the Lenovo Legion Go. So it is basically a handheld PC. As soon as you put it up, it's basically Windows. But I've been playing few Game Pass games on it. So played a bit of Age of Empires, ran very well. I haven't played enough of it. That's the only reason I haven't mentioned it. But I may or may not have got a slight copy of Switch type games referring to a certain princess and other character in green that I won't mention the name just in case we get some sort of strike. So I've been playing that on this as well. And yeah, it's a brilliant wee bit of hardware.
Have you played Doom on it?
Have I played
Doom.
I mean, probably. I mean,
Can it run Crisis?
it probably can. Whether or not Fire's a different story. However, did anybody see that somebody was playing Doom on a PDF?
No.
Yeah,
I've not seen this.
Doom on a PDF. Hold on, I need to pull this up.
That's nuts.
That sounds
I saw that
absolutely.
the other day. It's,
I've seen
I
like
mean,
playing
they
like Sonic on Excel. That's about.
I played Doom. I saw people playing it on like a pregnancy test before and fridges and all sorts of stuff. But a PDF is the next level.
So yeah, somebody is playing it on a PDF.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, I know I've seen Sonic on Excel, but Doom on a PDF is absolutely brilliant.
That's not direct, though, is it? Though, that's got to be sort of an embedded exe or something through a PDF.
Well, yeah, it must be, but still funny if we say
That's
it's a
crazy.
PDF. Oh, it's beautiful.
There's ways to play Doom, mate.
And I guess I'll go for my last game is because I have been playing a lot of Call of Duty, but I've also been playing, much to Jamie's joy, Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Come on, Jay! So I finally
Belated best game in 2023. Carry on.
Yes, the best game. I've completed the first dungeon.
Is that not when Hades came out?
What year did Hades come out? We never know.
Ooh.
So yeah, I find it the first dungeon, the boat dungeon, I want to call it.
Boat dungeon?
What's that one? That's one of the arrows and the girl, the flying. Can't remember her name. Jamie, remind me her name.
Navi?
I don't fuck knows. Names are well out the window for me.
Yeah, well,
Nigel.
the eagle lady.
Eagle!
Eagle lady. So yeah, finally to the first dungeon. Absolutely fantastic game. I mean, I keep getting distracted. Like I'm trying to stop myself from playing too much because I want to use it for when I want to go on holiday. But it's such a big game that I won't need to worry about too much. Like I keep getting sidetracked trying to find those little shrines. I keep getting distracted by horses, trying to catch them. There's loads of glyphs on the floor. It just keeps sidetracking me to do different things, like even cooking. Like, and therefore be like, "Well, go and find some Highland rice and make us some this
You
meal."
got to cook. It's important.
What fishing?
No fishing.
And fish. This one. Wait. I want it to show. Let me see it. Why won't it show?
Ian's blocking
Just
it.
help me out.
Oh,
Why
you've
won't it
not
let me
got-
share the screen. I haven't got powers anymore.
No.
That one.
There we go. Wind temple on the boat.
Wind.
On a boat. I was about to get really angry at you when I saw those boats in this game. I was like, Jamie, what are you doing to me?
It's a boat that's in the
Well,
sky.
I mean, you can literally you can make your own boats. So
You can
they
make
work.
your own boats.
They work
That
alright.
is true.
You can make anything. It's fucking brilliant. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it's good fun. Like some of the powers are a bit overpowered, but still, it is good fun to have that kind of. Guess because obviously he's Link in the day, he's meant to be overpowered. So
Exactly.
also picked up some of these QR AR cards as well. That you can see in the camera. But that's obviously you like a bit like amiibo, so you tap it onto the console and it kind of drops those items for you, like cooking items. You even got Epona?
Yeah.
Ebola?
Yeah.
The horse, she spawned for me. So I managed to get a nice best horse in the game.
Nice. I kept forgetting about that because I've got some of the amiibos and I tapped them a few times, but I really should have done some more of the other ones because I could have got a Epona as well. And I forgot all about that.
Yeah. So I've got to pick these up on like an eBay for like maybe like £6-7. There's like 32 of them. And just get shitloads of items. So you could use them once a day as well. So it's quite useful to have. So yeah, I mean, like they get too many, but then again, there's so much items scattered around the world. Don't need to worry too much. But
Ian
I thought
painted one.
why not? Let's give them a go, see what they like. And happy days. I'm glad I did. So yes, far too much Tears of the Kingdom that I luckily want to play because I want to hold it for holiday, but I can't keep putting it down. and it is. If they bring out a DLC this year, it'll be my game of the year because
It won't, though.
Pete's allowed to do it for games that come out last
It
year.
won't be.
I feel like the DLC train
apparently.
is passed
you got-
on the.
I wasn't meaning that. I was meaning, is it beating Legends ZA?
Well, who knows?
That's what I was getting.
Haven't given us any news on ZA yet. It's upsetting me.
Yeah, I
We'll
know.
see what happens when we get to Switch 2 at some point down the line.
Pokemon Days soon.
They have to bring out Switch 2 this year, surely.
No, it's coming out this year. But
Definitely coming out this year.
Just comment what it comes out with is the main thing. That's what I'm worried about.
But it's not backwards compatible.
Well, it is, isn't it?
It is.
99.9%.
Like, what? It is.
You won't be able to play with your Labo or your Ring Fit. I think that's the only things that won't work really.
Oh no!
Being fit. No.
No
No.
Nintendogs.
Not my Wii Sports.
Yes. I hope they bring Street Pass back. But anyway, that's a discussion for another time.
It is. So that's one of them top any games before we move on.
I do want to ask you very quickly before we move on. Have you played any Snow Riders yet?
No. Have you?
Cool. I have. I finished it. Well, I've completed all the first
1000
set of
G.
levels. I haven't 1000 G. No chance. It's fucking way too hard. Very good. I highly recommend it. My
Talk to
review
us
went
about
up
it.
just
We
before
move
we
on then.
started. Yes, it's good. It's like Lonely Mountains downhill. So that was on a push bike going downhill. Now you're in a set of skis going down snowy mountains, and it's very, very hard, but it's very, very satisfying. It's like Trials in that you could be doing really well, and then one mistake will completely fuck a run, and you got to start again, and you sort of get that sort of zen feeling of like, yeah, I'm doing really well. Fucked it again. God damn it! All right, one more time, one more try. I will do it this time. All right, I fucked it again. All right, one more try. I'll do it again. All right, I fucked it. One more try. I'll do it again.
Different powers or anything like no. Before the bikes gave different things. How does it work for this one?
So you unlock, I think there's 5 sets of ski equipment you can unlock. Each have different sort of perks and negatives. I've only unlocked the first 3, and like some will be better in deep snow, some will be better going across the ice patches you encounter occasionally. But there's, unlike in downhill where you could customize your bike quite extensively, I think there's not too much of that here. You can customize your character a lot, but it doesn't really make a difference really. The mountains themselves are quite well designed. They start off obviously a lot easier than the last few, but even the early ones are still pretty damn difficult, especially when you get onto, there's 2 different tracks. There's a blue track and there's a black track. The black track is the one you have to unlock, which is a lot harder. And when you're trying to get that, as well as complete all the challenges associated with it, it gets fucking hair-pullingly like rage filled, like, oh my God, I was so close that time. And there's many of them I've like missed out on getting all the challenges by like 2 or 3 seconds. I'm like, I'll go through the whole thing again and try and find another shortcut or another jump or something that will shave off a few seconds.
Literally those 2 seconds. Yeah, I had before when I did Lonely Mountain. I was like doing it all, and it's like, how am I 5 seconds off? Like, and that was so fast me going down it. Like, I've got to find some time somewhere. You're like trying to figure out shortcuts. You have to look online for a shortcut. Like, oh, that's a shortcut. You do that instead.
There's so many different routes as well because obviously you're on skis. You haven't quite got the flexibility of being able to maybe just wangle like a ride down the steep slide. If you go down the steep surface, you're going to be fucked. But one of the levels, I forget, it's like on the second set of levels. As you approach the end, you can just see all of these pathways just weaving in and out of each other of all the different approaches you could have come into that part with. And I don't know whether I picked the fastest one or not, but I didn't do it. But there's so many different paths and stuff now. The effects of the snow is quite nice. It sort of carves up as you're going through it, and then if you do fail, you can still see that pathway when you try again, so you know to sort of not follow exactly where you just went. You can try and avoid it and use that as a guide of to get to safety or to get to a different route and stuff like that. And yeah, it's really, really, really good, but so frustrating. They've added multiplayer in.
That's what just about to ask that question. Is multiplayer available now?
So far I've had no luck with it because either it took way too long to find a lobby, so I gave up, or I found a lobby and then whoever was hosting it quit out because they were doing terribly, so everybody got kicked out. Which I haven't had a tremendous. Yeah, I'd like to play it with a group like you, or maybe all of us, Project Game Pass, perhaps, because
I'd be game for that.
It'd be quite a good
because we
challenge.
didn't need to come up with a game for that, so
we do. But yeah, I think it'd be quite good, and you can also do a co-op one where you all sort of explore the mountain together, and it's not just about getting to the end; it's about finding the secrets, finding the shortcuts, etc., etc. But I haven't had any luck playing that yet.
Finding the face.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a great game. I think it's definitely a better game than Lonely Mountains Downhill in terms of its polish and the way it works, because I did play Downhill a little bit earlier on just to remind myself of it, and it's far more flowy, if that makes sense, with the skis rather than on a bike. So you sort of get into like I said, like a Zen mindset of your car and left, you go and right, you do a little jump, you tuck down for a little speed boost and smack straight into a wall. Like, fuck, done it again. Oh, I'll do it this time, I promise. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Game Pass as well. Been out for a few days now.
It's doing the gaming.
Highly recommended checking that one out. It's probably, I've done 4 or 5 reviews this year. It's probably my favorite one I've done this so far. So
big praise.
Go check it out now.
Yeah, perfect. Well, definitely do that then. Yeah, I think so if we get a game together, I'm up for it. Just give it a go. Everyone day this week.
Stick this on to download as we speak.
Go for it. Well, anyone else got another game to talk about? We move on to the news.
News.
Okay, I guess we'll dig straight into the news. I guess we'll talk about first, the big thing that was news this week was the Xbox Developer Direct 2025. We had 3 games that was pre-announced and one which was a nice little surprise. None of us really guessed it, and I didn't even see it coming. I think Jay mentioned that there was a little teaser that someone drew Ryu Hashibushi, and everyone was like, "Are you sure this is true?" And it was leads to be announced that Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming out, and it's coming directly straight to Game Pass, and it's coming in the fall of 2025.
Excellent.
Had instantly announced, which was released straight away, which we talked about earlier, which was Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which is a nice surprise release for everyone. Hopefully they don't do it for the third one, because the third one was dreadful, according to Jamie.
Yeah, it shit the bed, supposedly. I never played it, but it didn't get as much love as the first 2, certainly.
That was. We also had a quite quirky little game, a third-person action game called South of Midnight, which is a bit more of like a old-school folky game. Before we move on to the other ones, what do people think of Ninja Gaiden and South of Midnight? Because I think you all watched it, didn't we?
Yeah. Am I having, again, I know I was having a stroke before the show started and not being able to hear Ian, but when South of Midnight first got launched, I swear we were all high on it.
Yeah.
Well, it looked good, but yeah,
I am, certainly.
I'm massively high on it. It looks fucking incredible.
Like I say, it looks incredible. And like I said, I was quite impressed and quite surprised about it. But it's one of the ones where, is this going to be quite gimmicky, or is this going to be actually quite a fun, fluid gameplay? And from what they showed so far, it does look like it's going to be one of the latter. Like, it actually does seem like.
Because when the first trailer was obviously just talking to the sort of Shadow Man type character down in the bayou, and it didn't show you anything else apart from that. And as soon as I seen that it was set in the sort of New Orleans area, I was like, well, this is going to be fucking epic. One of my favourite areas in all sort of big areas. And I just thought, oh, this could be nice. Yeah. And anything that I've seen trailers-wise or gameplay-wise since, super hyped for this one.
Yeah, it's surprising as well, because obviously, I was saying this as well, like all the games they announced, apart from what's in Ninja Gaiden, all come out this first half of the year as well. So
yes.
We've got South of Midnight coming out in Xbox X Series S and X, no regional, and PC on 8th of April. So we had to pick that up quite very quickly. Ninja Gaiden, for me, does look absolutely fantastic.
It's gorgeous.
But it's one of those ones where I know it's going to be frustratingly difficult as well.
Yep.
Sorry, I've got my Elden Ring tonic in me. I feel fine.
Of course. Oh, you're here with all the parries and stuff, aren't you?
What?
He's a parry master, isn't he? That's what he said.
Ross, I've got the Ninja Gaiden trailer. If you want to put it up, Rossi. Yeah, it looks fucking tremendous. It's I've well, like I said, the scenes before I was like
mid podcast.
It just looks tremendous. Like I like the idea of them adding a new ninja in. I forget his name now. I'm sure it'll come up as we watch this. But him and
I don't think it does.
Hayabusa having a little tufty times 1v1. But also it seems like you bounce back and forth between them. It's coming to Game Pass, as Ian said, day one, the end of this year somewhere. Not that we'll be playing anything else at that point in the year.
Yakumo, I think his name is.
Maybe
Yakumo?
set another sort of open world game might be released around that sort of time. But I'm sure we'll find some time for Ninja Gaiden 4. But oh man, it looks tremendous. And just watching this, and then when they revealed Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, I was like, oh, bring on the Ninja Gaiden. I need to play some more. I love the first one. I never finished it. I was terrible at it, but I want to play some more of it.
Like, so what got me with this is you're saying 3 was was reviewed as being shit, Jay. But where the fuck does the big dragon come from?
See, now in terms of lore, could I tell you anything about it? Could I fuck?
No.
I've played the DS one, which was really good actually, but it was a spin-off sort of thing. And could I tell you anything about it other than it was a great game to play? No, it was just fun. There's a ninja and he's slicing people up. Who gives a fuck?
That's why I'm like, do I need to play the other 3? Like, what the fuck's with this dragon? How does this come to be?
Just jump in and have a laugh. It's good fun.
I think it's one of those ones where I don't think you need to worry too much about the lore. I think each of the games are quite standalone. I think even though they kind of take place one after the other, like I know 1, 2, and 3 all pretty much in sequence, but I still think you don't need to worry too much about the story. It's more about just the gameplay and going crazy. And then because each of the stories are quite unique to what they're happening in that game. Yeah,
and it's just like you said, Ross. It's like the Elden Ring, but with more sort of speed to it. So it's harder shit, but you're not sort of taking your time, slowly working your way around, parrying, getting ready. You're just fucking. I'm in there. Give me my fucking sword. I'm gonna chop your arms off and shove it for
if
you.
You die, you go back to the boss straight away. You know, none of this collecting essences or anything. Yeah. You just go crazy.
Just a good old-fashioned action game.
That's Ninja Gaiden and Lonely Mountain installed.
Yes, I'm very much, like I said, I want to get into Ninja Gaiden 2, but Ninja Gaiden 4, absolutely, day one. Yes, please. Thank you very much.
That's what I think. I really want to kind of finish off 2, maybe start 3. I did 1 back in the day when I was a wee little lad. And I managed to complete it, unlike Jay did. That's
shots fired.
I don't remember how far I got, but I certainly didn't finish it. No,
when they happen these days, though, he's an achievement hunter.
Exactly, yeah.
Too many games playing that. Oh, got too many games to play. Too many
games.
Just jumping back, just to keep Ian happy. I meant to say, with those ROMs, there is an achievement called there's a website called Retro Achiever, so you can earn achievements by playing these games.
Wow. Achievements on what?
Don't set him off down the rabbit hole.
It's like true achievements, but it's for retro games that are built through ROMs.
See you later, I'm off. Bye.
Why? Jesus. He finally found something as less valuable than the achievements. Made up achievements.
It took me just before 2 million to realise I can't be able to do achievements anymore.
You've got something else playing 2 million now.
Like, literally. Like, I think I'll be stuck on like 30,000 off million for like 5 months now.
1,000 retro game. You get a little video clip from Nigel saying, "Well done."
Why did Nigel sound like Dad?
Hello, my name is Daniel.
This is alter ego.
Retro.
That's why he's not on the show anymore. He's too busy doing his voiceovers for the retro achievement.
He's doing those Vimeos, whatever they call.
Oh, retro for one hat. Love you, Dan.
Anyway, we got sidetracked with achievements again there. I think Ross is the secret achievement hunter. What are we talking about? Ninja Gaiden. Yes, Ninja Gaiden, please.
Fuck yeah, Ninja Gaiden. We also had, obviously, South Midnight, we just spoke about. We also had Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
This game is upsetting me so much.
Now,
why?
For me, yes, it looks great.
Yep.
Yes, I'm happy it comes out quite soon.
Yep.
It's also turn-based.
Yep. Took the words out my fucking mouth.
But
the game looks fucking incredible. The characters look outstanding. But fucking turn-based. And I get that you can do different types of stuff and you can dodge and parry when it's not your turn and stuff like that. But I just wanted it to be free-flowing.
So I feel like before we go into that, we need to hear from Graham, the turn-based expert.
Sure. Graham, I'm just not as offended as if I you.
So, did you see the trailer for this at all? Obviously, it's playing now.
I saw it the first time, but yeah, I mean, I remember it when the very first one. It does look super impressive. The turn-based bit doesn't faze me. I like when they sort of put a decent mix on it, where you can do reactionary thing as they strike, do parries like that, or do extra damage as you time it just right. It's just a different style of kind of combat. If it's fresh, then I don't really mind it too much. It could be cool.
Yeah. I think I like the idea of the interactive turn-based because you ever played Mario and Luigi, those RPG games?
Yeah, the Superstar Dog, they did quite a good job of doing
so
it
they,
like that.
They did that, but you could still, even if you parried an attack, you still took damage. Whereas they said in this trailer here that if you're good enough, you could parry it and completely negate all damage. So at least you got a fighting chance of, you're not going to take half damage or quarter damage. You could possibly not take any damage at all. And as well as, like you guys said, it looks fucking tremendous. So it might be a bit more exciting than just fucking menu picking, which is what I don't like about turn-based.
How are you feeling about the quick time events there, Jay?
I love a good quick time event. I'm very good at them.
Because I was going to say, this kind of the gameplay they've got, obviously with the whole like parry system and we say quick time events, is very much like Legend of Dragoon, and that's my favorite game of all time. So that was all about, obviously, every time you want to do an attack, you have to kind of click a button to do your attacks. And if someone came to attack you and it was like a open attack, you could parry the attack pushing the button. So in that regard, it does look quite fun. Will I give it a go? Most likely, because it's a new game this year.
Yeah.
And one of my challenges this year was to actually start playing new games that come out in the year.
And it's on Game Pass.
Keep playing games that are too old. And when it comes to Game of the Year show, I'm plucking out games like Finnair.
Completely a year after we play them on Game Plus.
But then none like fucking these fuckers here go, oh, I play a game that came out in 2023. It's my game of the year. But, it's another dig there to get in.
I do think, like I said, you guys, it's not my cup of tea normally, but Game Pass in April when it's a little bit quieter after the craziness of the next couple of months, might at least give it a go. I don't know if I probably would never finish it, but I certainly will give it a go.
It's one of the ones where I definitely give it a go. It seems to be all the things I like, apart from the turn-based, but the turn-based does seem a bit more ramped up rather than just pushing the button and waiting, pushing the button and waiting. It does seem a bit more interactive with that. So I'll definitely give it a go. And with it, like say, April's a quiet month. Comes out March 24th. Again, only for Series X and S, and it comes out to the other console we don't talk about, and PC, and all on Game Pass. And the last game, which we'd like to talk about for Direct, which was the fantastic Doom: The Dark Ages. Now, this is very much a game which I will 100% be playing day one.
Looks fucking mental.
It looks incredible. The music, the score, we call it the scorecast, I think they like to call it. It's fantastic. That comes out in May the 15th, and it's a prequel to the Doom 2016 version, so we're going back in the day. But it seems to add in loads more than it needs to be. But what was we all thinking of? Obviously, for me, definitely all the guns, different variety of guns, different gunplay does look fantastic. I do like the fact that they always add the varieties from the guns. It's a shame that they're not going more future, but again, in the past, you can seem to think he's still a badass, so we can't complain too much. And as long as the BFG's in there, I'll be happy.
That shield looked fucking incredible. That was all I was seeing.
Oh, the one that kind of the spinny chainsaw one.
Yeah, that was loved it.
Sure, Jane will love it. He loves anything chainsaws.
Why would you not?
I've never ever really gotten into Doom. Like the old ones, I don't really particularly like, despite the fact you can now play them as a PDF. But the newer one, I played a little bit as 2016. Probably I don't know, a couple of hours. I never really got any further into it. And then Eternal, I didn't even touch. So, do you reckon this would be a good starting point? Should I get into it? Can I change this?
Shout, like, I think for me, I definitely preferred the 2016 version to Eternal, which is a bit. I guess most people really like the Eternal, but I preferred the 2016 version. I thought that kind of flew a bit more better, and I feel like there's a lot more repetition in the Eternal version, but this seems to be a bit more. I think they've gone back to the roots of 2016, where there's been less repetitivity.
Less climbing bollocks and more shooting falls in the face.
That's it.
And then change the shield, sorry, and then do 3 different melee weapons.
Oh, look at that! Oh,
what they call it, the flail. There's a hammer, I think, and then some sort of sword as well. I think you get.
Yeah.
It's all sort of context based, and you sort of chain combos and what they call them, gory kills, is it they call them?
Yeah.
To get your armor and your ammo and stuff back, and it looks like fun. I'll again, Game Pass, I'll give it a go, but I'm hoping at some point I will get into a Doom game, and this might be the one.
I reckon if you give 2016 the version, give that a go, and if you like that, you probably would like this. Eternal, not so much, but Eternal's still a great game. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
The only thing I struggle with the Doom game, I played Eternal. The only thing I struggled with it was like the constant need to be like attacking to regen health, and I was like, just fucking ugh.
It's a lot of
Didn't get any of that.
Yeah, you're a lot of moving around, like move, kill, move, gory kill, get your health back, move, gory kill, health back. But like, once you start getting into a routine, and then especially the music, like gets you walking.
The music's awesome.
Yeah. And I think the music you love, Graham. Sorry, Jamie.
Okay, the soundtrack's fucking tremendous, and I mean, it's not is it Mick Gordon anymore? But what they showed in this trailer, obviously, I've got muted at a minute. It's like the proper like crunchy, guitar riffs and bass, and it's like, oh, go on, and just yes, that's what we like.
The thing, I think hopefully they're just hiding it, but obviously in this trailer, the gory kills are very much just like a little bit of a punch and that's it. Whereas before it was more like grab the eyeball, pull the eyeball out, screw out the eyeball, punch them, and they explode. Whereas this one, they seem to be, the kills are just like a little punch in the face. I'm hoping they're just hiding that because they don't want to kind of give the spoilers too much away.
They did say that they're more like combo and context based now, and so you can go from one to the other, and it's sort of be more fluid rather than you ripping one guy's head off and turn around and ripping the next guy's head off. It'd be a bit more like punch one guy, uppercut the other guy, shield the other guy kind of thing, and get you flown through the battlefield a bit faster. And it does look like a lot of fun, and it's coming out. Was it April as well? Is it?
No, May 15th. Sorry,
May 15th. Sorry.
So we've got a few games to play. We've got one in March, one in April. One in March, one in March, one in April, one in May. There we go. You got
and one in February.
And one in February as well.
And several in February. Fucking too many in February.
February's a busy month.
February is a bastard.
Yeah, for the Developer Deck, it's March, April, and May. We've got three different games coming out. So that would make us very happy to play some more games. Any more comments on the Developer Direct?
Good show. Nice 45, 50 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Short,
about
simple, no fucking around. Although it had obviously the developers talking, it was not too much corporate nonsense where they're going, our game is going to be the best game you've ever played because we really... No, they're just like, this game, we like it. Hopefully you like it as well.
And I'm glad that with the gameplay they were showing, it was more just kicking ass rather than this whole fake commentary they like to do for some games.
Yeah. Oh my God, watch my 6 while I go read this. Fuck off.
Yeah. Oh God, that reminds me of, was it Division? That was the worst one.
Yeah, the Division one was the worst, but Ubisoft are terrible for it anyway. Graham, favourite game? Are you ready to play all these games?
Maybe not so much Doom, but definitely the South of Midnight one and I can't remember the name of the one, the turn-based one as well.
Expedition 33.
Yeah, those ones definitely piqued my interest.
I think for me, it's obviously other than Ninja Gaiden, which comes out, we worry about that in the fall. For me, it'll be Expedition 33, even though it's turn-based, does seem quite fun, and obviously definitely Doom. South of Midnight, still iffy about it. I'll give it a go, but it's probably the bottom of the list, should we say?
I would say that would be the top on my list, to be honest.
Yeah, South of Midnight is the one that's jumping out to me. Doom probably second, although I do want to love Expedition 33 based on just how it looks and what the sort of backstory of the characters and everything that we're giving you. It looks incredible. But I'm hoping it's, as you say, a very proactive turn-based combat, so it doesn't suffer as much because of it. But until I've got hands on with it, it needs to take a step down the list.
Well, that's the thing. I think they keep saying, like, I remember saying like cinematic battles. So as long as it's not like repetitive, always like, you walk 5 feet and then you get into a battle. It's more just flow along.
I love how I've preached that the only games I've played this week are Pokemon, which are turn-based games. But yeah,
we're not going to put that.
You feel like throwing yourself under the bus there.
I realise the hypocrisy in it, but
hey, What's not to
We'll
love?
see.
Though?
We've got plenty to look forward to over the next few months, certainly.
It's busy
Yeah.
times.
Video
It's
games.
good. It's been a while since there've been that many to look forward to. So
Yeah.
it's all
And in such a short
positive.
space as well. That's the good
Too
thing.
fucking many. God damn it. It's fucking. Can someone like win the lottery so I can retire and just play video games all day? Thanks very much.
Work in IT and tend to work when I play video games. I'm joking. I do work hard for
Have to
this
come
information.
sit at the desk next to you. Anyway, right. Let's move
Anyway.
on, shall we?
Move on. Let's go to some grumpy news this day.
Womp, womp, womp.
Do you want to talk about this? Who put this in the
Quick
show
fire.
notes?
Rapid fire.
Quick
Rapid
fire.
fire.
Quick fire. US PS5 sales are worse than PS4 sales, and Xbox Series S sales are worse than Xbox One sales.
So, don't buy a new console.
Well, people aren't buying a new console, and they should be, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
But
basically,
I suppose,
because-
how long has it been? Was it 5 years this year? Has it been out?
Long time ago.
Crazy. It's crazy. how
yeah.
time has flown by. Yeah, I think it's more.
I think it's to say the life
yeah,
cycle. I think more people go PC gaming, aren't they? Surprisingly.
PC or like Ross with his little handheld. Was it the Lenovo
Legion
whatever
Go.
it is? Yeah, I think more people are going towards that and like the Steam Deck and stuff than traditional
more people-
Well,
consoles.
Xbox is on so much cloud-based stuff now. They just don't need to sell consoles as much.
Yeah.
No.
Cloud
Well, that's one
based.
thing they were saying. It was like people were complaining about Xbox isn't mainly making these sales. They're saying, but like, the Game Pass and stuff is ridiculous numbers. And because, as I say, they play through cloud now, so you even have a normal TV. As long as it's a smart TV, Game Pass will be on there, so you can play. Like the TV I've got here in my room, literally my Game Pass. I don't even plug my Xbox in if I want to play Call of Duty or something like that. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
And it's coming to LG TV soon as well, so we can do that on the TV I've got here as well.
I've got the Samsung,
That
and
and-
as Ian was saying, can literally just sit there, connect my controller, and away I go.
And they expand the games you own and do it those ones as well.
Yep.
Yep.
So it's mean consoles are becoming less relevant for people with budgets. There's a way to do it. If anything, they should take advantage of the Doom thing, so you can now play Game Pass on a toaster and on a PDF.
As long as
But
it's
yeah. It's one of the things that always makes me laugh at now. Like we talk about how we talk about gaming now, and I always remember like literally, what was it like maybe 10, 12 years ago when that OnLive console came? And everyone was saying,
That
it was
a
like,
catch,
it's exactly what OnLive were doing 10, 12 years ago. They
Too early.
too early.
Too early. Same with like Xbox One when Xbox One got announced, they were doing this whole online stuff.
Yeah, all the media stuff where you could do all your fucking everything built through it, and it was just ahead of its
Everyone
time.
kicked off, and now look, us 10 years later, everyone's like, oh, buying a game, go to a physical game. No, I'm just going to buy it online.
Yeah.
Or like I was telling you like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Just a bit too
Yeah.
early to market.
Good old
I'd say.
OnLive, eh?
OnLive.
Rip OnLive. I bought exactly one game on there, which was Amnesia Dark Descent.
I bought one game on there as well, Metroid 2023.
Because it cost £1
Oh,
for your
what a
first game.
game.
So like, what? £1?
Yeah.
Why not? Let's do it. And then that was it.
Give you like an hour demo of the full game, and then you've like 1 hour finishes. Do you want to continue playing? I said, yeah, go on, I'll continue playing for £1. And continue playing it.
Briefly
Two
played
outstanding
26
games
on
to
it.
pick, to be fair.
So
Yeah.
I can't complain there. And last news we have of the week is I think he said Louis Spence then. Fucking hell. That's
You
a
can
fun-
call it.
What?
I'm sure he won't mind.
What? So left field.
Still
What?
smart.
Well, that comes out of fucking left field.
No, Richard Spence. We want to win at Xbox hardware with Xbox CEO Phil Spencer, not Louis Spence. Phil Spencer talks moving games to PlayStation in the future for Xbox console. Oh god, this keeps coming around, and partly I want to know what everyone's thoughts is on games, Xbox games coming to PS5.
Fusion fingers, as Jay would say.
Fusion Fingers, indeed. I haven't watched his podcast yet with Gamer Tag Radio, but the gist of it is he's saying that nothing's off the table. They're going to support Switch 2. They're going to support PlayStation 5 and more games this year. And they're still going to do hardware because they want to offer the best place for people to play the games. So if they come out with, say, like a super powered console that's got, fancy controller and all this sort of shit, they want to say, you can play Xbox anywhere, but this is the best place to play, and that's what they're working towards. The rumors are obviously Halo Master Chief Collection, Flight Sim, and
Sea of Thieves.
no, sorry, what was the third one? Fuck me, there was another big Hellblade 2, I think it was were coming this year for other consoles.
Oh.
Halo was obviously the big one because can you imagine playing Master Chief Collection on your Switch? On Switch 2, I should say. Oh, I mean, I already own Master Chief Collection. It was a shit show, and it's sort of fixed now mostly. But I would buy it.
Can you play online co-op on the first game yet?
I don't know actually. You can do online co-op on the first one or not?
Oh,
Yeah,
what,
no.
Master Chief Collection?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do online co-op on the first game.
You can do it, but it doesn't work, or it didn't work when I started to try and do it. Because my mate who's never played Halo, we specifically got it to try and jump in and play co-op.
It
Halo.
worked. It should work. It worked. Well, it worked for me when I did it. I did it with a friend. The
And
first
it
one.
fucking shat the bed.
Yeah, the original one never had online play originally, but I think I mean the Master Chief Collection, like I said, shit the bed completely when it first came out. But
I think it was just too much in one, wasn't it? So there was just too many bugs. But
I like the whole idea, like the graphical changes as well. I thought that was a cool as fuck feature.
the best thing the Master Chief Collection did was bringing out ODST.
Damn right. Free update. Thank you very much for all the apologies for all they've done. But we're getting sidetracked on the fact that ODST is the best Halo game.
Made me feel a little bit sick then.
Despite what Metacritic says.
What a Metacritic, though.
Exactly.
Nobody knows anything. But so the gist of what he spoke about again on this podcast was that they're still doing hardware, but they want to still put games everywhere because why wouldn't they? They want to make money. And I think Sea of Thieves and what's the other fucking one they did?
There was Sea of Thieves. I can't remember what the other one is.
Pentiment, I think. Was it Pentiment?
Pentiment was one.
Two of them made them a lot of money basically, and so now they're like, oh, actually, maybe we should carry on.
Hold on,
We should,
we can
put
make a
more
lot
games.
more money by doing this.
Wait a minute.
We should do. We should
wait
keep
a minute.
going.
People forget we're actually a business and we have loads of money anyway.
Yeah.
We can get more
But
money.
we can always get more money. But obviously, we've got Indiana Jones coming. We've got Doom: The Dark Ages, and what's the other one they announced? I suppose Clear Obscure is not a first-party game, but that's coming to other consoles as well. From the direct.
We've seen the article, but I can't.
So we've got loads of games coming from Xbox to other consoles. The Switch 2 coming out, which is going to have more. Oh, Call of Duty as well is still what to come to Switch as well. So I imagine next year's one will be on the Switch 2. But yeah, they're still doing consoles and still doing hardware. Although he does specifically say hardware, so I wonder whether he might mean a handheld finally, like the Legion Go or the Steam Deck, or indeed perhaps partnering up with the Switch. And
That's
being able to play. Finally, you can play Xbox games on the Switch or Game Pass on the Switch in a probably a limited capacity.
I guess, like you say, it's very easy because it's all streaming these days, so you can at least stream it from a console.
I mean, you wouldn't need to for a lot of them, I suppose. It just depends what games you want to play. But I do want to watch because I like Gamertag Radio. They're a couple of decent lads, and good old Louis Spencer's pretty interesting to listen to most of the time. So I'd like to. It's only half hour as well, so I might
half hour of Louis Spencer.
Jesus.
No, thank you.
Yeah, so bring more games everywhere, and then eventually we might get Last of Us on Xbox, and Graham can have no excuse to play it. Then.
It's never going to happen.
I can still think of a few, I'm sure.
yeah, exactly. I can think of an excuse not to play Uncharted. Don't worry, and I've got PS5 and PS4.
Outrageous, how fucking outrageous. Bring it on. Fusion Fingers, games everywhere, please. Thank you. We don't need specific consoles. We just need games that will play everywhere. Please and
yes,
thank you.
And that's your news for this week.
Thing.
Graham, what's your favourite curry?
Favorite what?
Curry, apparently.
Oh, probably a Balti.
Cool, thank you. Games. Ross, what
Outrageous.
games come to Game Pass?
So all the ones
that ask everyone else.
No, it literally says best Graham's best curry of the week. So
I feel like you changed that. I feel like you changed that many months ago when Graham went to India, but yeah. So
that was a great answer.
There we go.
No one else gets to know. No, fine, God. Go on.
Fine, don't worry.
Go on, Jamie. What's your favourite curry?
No, I don't want to answer anymore. Fuck it.
Okay.
Oh, you
just for everyone
hurt
else.
his feeling.
He always gets a korma. He can't handle the spice.
I love a korma. It's my favourite one. Definitely, especially the one with
traditional
almonds
curry?
in it.
That's
It's my
just a-
favourite one.
I'm going to get
Everyone.
shouted at for my one, probably. Mine says South Indian garlic chili chicken.
Hang on a minute. See, now I was joking about the korma.
Hang on. Did he say
What's
South
the South
African
Indian?
Galaxy
What?
chicken?
What?
What's this alien curry?
South Indian garlic chili chicken curry.
Oh, what?
I feel
Never
like
heard
that's
of
the
that.
one you give the kids when you go to a restaurant because you don't want it to be
Like a
too
butter
spicy
chicken,
for
but
them.
worse.
Yeah.
I like butter chicken as well, to be fair.
In calorie chicken, more like
I don't like curry.
Outrageous.
outrageous.
See if
Give
you're
Vindaloo
talking like,
down.
see if you're
Vindaloo,
talking like,
oh, bring it on.
no,
What
I
if it
don't
was
like,
battered first?
no, I don't like Indian foods. I'll take a
I'm a sucker for
Peshwari
chicken
naan.
masala sometimes, but I like a
I was
taste.
take
thinking
a-
about a battered bhaji.
I'll take a Peshwari naan bread and I'll take some pakora, but that's it.
Or pakora.
Poppadoms. Poppadoms or bread?
Not a big fan of poppadoms.
Get me some fucking Vindaloo, get me some rice, get me some naan bread, and I'll mix it all together and put some chips in there and I'll fucking scoff it down.
Then I'll massacre you.
I feel so let down now.
Get all of the fucking quadruple carbs in there. Why not?
See, I can sometimes just about allow a rice and a naan, but if you're adding chips to it,
You
No, I wouldn't
fucked
actually
up.
get chips in
rice,
curry, so.
that's just disgraceful.
I'd do it
Fucked
just to wind you up, but I wouldn't actually want them.
You probably would, wouldn't you?
Mhm.
I bet you dip your chips in mash.
Fucking two, right?
But you dip
bit
your
of rice.
chips in mash.
Yeah, a bit of rice on the
Even
mash.
that's making
scoop
me
it up with
sad.
chips. Put it in a bit of bread and butter. You're fucking laughing.
Wait a minute, Ian, so you trying to tell me you never did like chips, fried rice, and curry sauce when you were younger?
Ooh. Why would you put chips and fried rice in the same plate?
Ian won't even eat a chip butty, so he's not going to eat chips.
That's
rice
like
and
a
curry
fucking
sauce.
that's a staple after a night out. Portion of chips, fried rice, and curry sauce, all in the one container. Oh, it's
Chips and
fucking.
rice in the same
What
container.
about a
It's
battered
just-
chip butty with rice?
Damn right. Anyway, we got way off track here.
We have gone way off course.
We did have
Stop
Burns.
going past
We've just had Burns night as well, so we've been all about the haggis
Oh,
and the haggis
haggis.
bonbons.
I mean,
Hey,
I don't
give
mind.
us-
Like, battered haggis might be all right, but
Oh, as we haggis bonbon, can't beat it.
not bad.
So games that are still due to come out the rest of this month, as Jay mentioned earlier on at the show, Eternal Strands coming out January 28th, console, PC, and cloud. These next two are also the 28th. Orcs Must Die, Death Trap on Series X, PC, and cloud, and then Shady Part of Me on cloud, PC, and console. January 30th, we've got Sniper Elite Resistance, and January 31st, we have Citizen Sleeper 2, Star Wars Vector.
Thank you very much. And we also, fortunately, we have games leaving us. And unfortunately,
Oh,
games leaving
no.
us in the next couple of days in the month is Alucard Broforce, which is actually a brilliant game. So if you haven't played that, play Broforce. It's a very short game as well, only 3 to 4 hours. Darkest Dungeon, Death Doors, Maniket, and Serious Sam Siberian Mayhem.
Did you not play Maquette, Jay?
I love Maquette. It's a great game.
Maniket was brilliant. Yeah, I played it as well. Great puzzle game.
Yeah, very tremendous puzzle game. Like it was called Superliminal. Where you
Yeah.
sort of
G,
all
that
about
one as well.
perspective and stuff. Yeah, yeah, really good. Definitely play that if you get a chance before it leaves Game Pass.
Yeah, and so, again, it's a very short game as well, so don't worry too much. It's like
Yeah, a couple of hours.
you could do it in an evening, couple of hours. Yeah, definitely play. It's good, really good puzzle game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And that's your lot.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Thank you
Did
for
it.
tuning into this carnage at Xbox Tavern, our glorious episode 176. For more contact Xbox Tavern, please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Xbox Tavern. You can find all our interviews at xboxtavern.com. And we are always here, our podcast Sunday at 8 p.m. Look, nice. It's the first one. First one I did. I completely forgot about doing an ish. You can find Graham at
Graham Reaper.
You can find Ross at
Scottish Gruff.
You can find me at Nutty Way. Don't care about Jamie.
Don't follow me. I don't do shit. I'll just talk about
Okay.
Pikmin.
That's it.
Pikminlovers.com.
Jamie, where can you follow you at?
You find me
Marita
at
200.
Enexan everywhere, including Xbox. Find me on there. You can look at my 1000G for Things Too Ugly.
For all one game.
For one game. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be here same time again next week. Don't eat double carbs and have a glorious day.
Do it. Do it.
Bye.
Farewell.
Oh.